Good morning, friends. This is Josh Hendry with Mister Hen's Art Skills, and we are working on our new graphic novel, or comic book, I guess I should say. The first one, The Legend of Harapan, is on the website for free. The PDF is. You can just go to the link in the description. Bam! Get yourself a nice freebie. Ha ha! So this is my first comic that I created many moons ago, back in 2013. And now I'm continuing the story, finally, after a long, long wait. And the work that I'm doing is coupled with the School for Visual Storytelling. We're taking Graphic Novel Pro with Jake Parker and Sean Crystal. And these are the thumbnails that I've done so far for the new story. This week begins penciling. We're trying to get some pages penciled here. I don't know what I'm working with size-wise. I want a 6x9 final, but we're just going to kind of use this as our starting point. You got our little thumbnail here. They're going to be playing Ringo at Winters Park. I don't have any non-photo blue pencils. I've got like some Prismacolor pencils, but it's been so long since I've done this, I don't know where my non-photo blue pencils are. So we're going to try this, and if it's a fail, it's a fail. Oh, my pencil sharpener has decided to quiet down. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I probably want a ruler of sorts here to kind of divvy this space up a little bit. Yeah. So they got these nice little markers here to kind of help guide you. Yeah, it seems a little bit dark for non-photo blue. I don't know, with Photoshop hopefully it won't be a problem. I'll just pull the blue out of it. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know. Could use this one. Does that work better? It seems darker than this one. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so we want it to say Winters Park. We want that to be, how do I say? We want it to be kind of nicer than the rest of the environment. So the signage could be kind of cool for that. I want to keep it inside there. Got to think about how I want to make this beautiful. Some clouds out in the distance. I'm kind of bringing the eye in a little bit with some of these clouds. Could say Winters Park right up there. Excuse them. This is pretty challenging, I gotta say, to get this thing knocked down. So we got our little friend flying here. Excuse me. Get my I need to get my photo reference. Please forgive me for just a second. We got a lot of drawings here that I need to kind of look through. So I drew some goals and things. This has a lot more fun stuff, so that's interesting. It's weird. I got these thumbnails that kind of work a little bit better. That's interesting. So if I look at that, those thumbnails make me a little bit happier, which is interesting. It just shows a little bit more of the game, a little bit more exciting. So there's some of the wing players and then some of the goals that I drew. Just kind of going through this portion. It's going to be helpful to have this information here just as I think about this stuff. Don't like that as much. Don't like that as much. Okay, so okay. I gotta take some time to think about this. So my idea was there's gonna be the goals. We're gonna have recycled basketball goals as part of it, but not be the actual netting part. And then I had originally put the goals above the flight people, but the flight people need more height to jump, and it makes sense for them to jump down and scoop the balls out of the net. So, and then this version of Humble Beginnings seems to hit a little bit better than this version, although they're the same size or roughly the same size. So then, with the magic of erasers, I will continue. Boom, boom. Yep, boom, boom. Yeah. So this is interesting. We might end up doing 4 sections. I don't know. But we're going to have this over here. This is going to be Winter Park. Something like this. I'm really having a rough time with this, to be honest with you. To think about how to do this and make it look exciting as an establishing shot. Because out here, there's just not a lot of there's just not a lot of, I guess, technology or nice architecture. It's kind of a okay. A little bit of photo reference, I'm able to get closer to what we want here. Yeah, this just looked way too much of a good structure. So this is Winters Park, and Winters Park was funded by somebody who at one time was wealthy. Uh, However, it's been years since that person has been, I guess, relevant, and so the funding is not there. It's going to look pretty pretty much like the other stuff on the island. It's cared for and lived in, but it's certainly not high end or um, yeah. All right. A little bit of a tattered flag there. And maybe over here is just a little evidence of a picnic table, but we got to give it that right age to make it look like it's sort of falling apart. Yeah. Alright, so we got old picnic table over here. Excuse me, it's broken down. So that's nice. Okay, so we'll have some grass sort of coming up in here. Some cracks in the pavement and stuff like that. You're gonna have excuse me. Yeah. Looking at right now, here's Winter's Park. So we could create like a little sign right here. Says Winter's Park, I guess. I don't like that. I would like a little bit over. Maybe if we angle it, it gets more attention and rhymes a little bit better. Maybe it's higher. Maybe that takes over that spot. I don't know. This is looking pretty rough compared to the initial layouts here. A little bit of a rough start this morning, my friends. I gotta say, oh my goodness, is it already 6:50? Ah, dude, you can't even see my artwork on here with the blue. Oh my goodness. I'm out of time. This is gonna be interesting. So, obviously I'm very rusty. I don't know what I'm doing. Blue is not showing up great on camera, so we're gonna have to figure that out as well. Digital obviously is not an option for me at this point unless I want to sink a few $100, maybe like $500 or $600 into a decent tablet. So we're gonna figure this thing out, but that's where we are today. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you being here. Hope that it encourages you to do your own creative things and push through on days when things don't seem to be working the way you want them to. But thanks again for joining in. As always, have a great